guys doing? I am doing okay, I guess. If you guys hadn't seen my post in the little community tab, the reason there wasn't a video last week was because one of my dogs unexpectedly passed. We had to put him down. It was very sudden. We didn't know, I went in to the vet expecting that we would just get some medication for joint pain, and it turned out he had an aggressive form of cancer, and basically he was so stoic and we had no idea he was suffering this whole time. And unfortunately, we had to put him down. I miss him a lot. He was a very sweet boy. You probably saw him in my previous videos. His name was Drakkar, and he just slept all the time in the background, and he was a very, very sweet boy. So, I'm still kind of getting over this. A lot of you guys said in the community tab for me to take as long as I need to recover, which I'm really grateful for. Thank you for all of the, well wishes and the prayers and thoughts. Means a lot to me, and I appreciate you guys understanding how tough this can be. Unfortunately, the algorithm waits for no one, and the longer I go without making videos, the worse the algorithm treats me, so you kind of have to just jump back on that grind, huh? And also at the same time, I think it's better to distract myself than to just sit on the couch and be sad. So I figured for this video we would do something that I felt like would be kind of fun and something that I'm already interested in and has my interest peaked, I guess, which is medieval revival fashion, or medieval core, castle core, knight core, whatever you want to call it. Some of you might remember, but I don't think I had a YouTube channel at this point, but Rachel and I collabed a few years ago where I drew her in knight core fashion, and then also I explored kind of this mod evil thing as well. So this has always kind of been on my mind, but since it's really kind of coming back with a vengeance, I felt like doing this again. So here's a little pretend paper doll, although I don't know if you guys want, I could list it up somewhere and you could just download it and print it out. But I just wanted to do something that was inspired by a lot of the medieval revival from the 60s and 70s, as well as just some stuff that I've seen on Pinterest and on TikTok and everything, because it's just cute. That's all, really. So I started with a sketch like usual, and then I got the base body down, and then I just added a bunch of different clothes on different layers, messed around with some designs, and picked my favorites. I wish I could do a ton of designs, but obviously I have limited space on this paper, and I actually end up changing the dimensions of my page a few times in order to make sure everything fits and that I can do as many layers as I need. Once I got all of my outfits done, I laid them out on the page, making sure that I had ample room for the little tabs that I needed to draw. I also added an accessory because I feel like a lot of paper dolls had those. I felt like a little mace bag would be a good addition. I set up my layout and added all the tabs, but I also eventually changed the dimensions of my page a little bit as well because I ran out of layers and also things felt like a little squished. Also, all of the little borders and filigree and fun little medieval looking stuff I bought off of a shop on Etsy that was just like downloadable medieval things. It was really hard to try to find downloadable like medieval trim and stuff like that because a lot of them were AI and I really had to look closely and be like, oh, that's AI. But I don't think any of these are. It looks like the person just kind of took them out of an illuminated manuscript. I bought those off of Etsy and I will put the Etsy shop name down below in the box. Now for coloring, I kind of approached it a little differently. A lot of the art I was referencing was soft and they would do all of their shading on the borders, like the edge of everything. So I implemented that same technique. So all of the shading, instead of having like a direct light from a certain angle, it was almost more like it was straight ahead or straight in front. I also wanted there to be a lot of texture, so I used a few different brushes and I'll list them here. And I wanted everything to kind of be soft. The line art I played around with a little bit because I wanted my line art to be colored, but also I don't know. I don't know exactly how to explain it. What I ended up doing was I duplicated the line art layer and then I either changed the line art to one overall color that I felt worked with whatever colors I had going on inside, or I would go over certain areas and manually color the lines to match the inside color a little better. I would then set that layer to the darker color mode and drop the opacity just a little bit, maybe to like 80%. And then the line art layer on top of that was still black, and I would change that line art layer to opacity, and it would give this kind of textural, not very clean, like a little messy line art that I liked because I felt like a lot of the medieval art or like illuminated manuscripts, since they were kind of painted, had a little bit of a messier, less uniform quality for the line art. I could have gone really far with this, but I was also trying to cheat it as best as I could. And I'm not trying to duplicate it exactly, just kind of give it that vibe. The illuminated manuscript inspiration. After I colored in all of the little outfit pieces, The next step was I did some chromatic aberration to a few of the line art layers just to make it a little more bleedy, just to make it look and feel a little more distressed. And then I went in with a bunch of paper textures and played around with different overlays and opacities until I got the feel that I was looking for. I don't know if I really have any good tips. It's just something that I looked at, and when I felt like it was right in my heart, that's when I stopped. But that's about it. So without further ado, let's move on to the final piece. So what do you think of this illustration? Do you think it's really cute? Would you wear any of these outfits if you found them in real life? Are you also obsessed with this like medieval castlecore weird evil vibe that has been floating around TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest? Also, do you want me to do another one of these? I was thinking of exploring some more outfits, like maybe some more nightcore specific ones, and also maybe some like jester inspired ones. And then also playing around with the idea of maybe doing men's fashion as well. If you want me to do more of these, let me know down below. And also, if you just like these little paper doll things, let me know if you want me to do other types of fashion. Yep, that's about it. I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day, and give all of your pets a little hug for me. Okay, that's about it. Goodbye.